console port and remote access on the Ethernet port lines, or the VTY ports, virtual terminal ports, and let's say SSH. We've configured it for Telnet, but not SSH yet. So we have local access and remote access to the router. It's time to now start implementing some security on the router. So once again, we're going to get a command line interface to the router. I'm going to cheat by just clicking on the router using the command line interface here. Notice there is a password. It's a weak one, Cisco. And there's enable password. The enable password, type enable, hit enter, and put in the password. I put in the same password for it, which is also weak security. But what we can do is we can now go to global config mode and say conf tab ter tab configure terminal, hit enter, gets us to global config mode. And an easy way to put a basic layer of security on our passwords is to type serv tab service pass. It's service password dash encryption. And if you type enter, that puts a type 7 encryption on all of your passwords. So for instance, I can do a Control-C on my keyboard, go back to privileged user mode, and now if I look at my running configuration file, show space run tab, see the full command, hit enter, and you can see that the enable password has a type 7 encryption on it. Now this used to say enable password Cisco because the password was Cisco. Now you can see the encrypted type 7 password. And if you hit the space bar and go down in the configuration file here to the bottom, you can see that the console port also has been encrypted with type 7 encryption, and the VTY remote terminal passwords have also been encrypted with the type 7. Now, the problem with this is that this type of encryption is not very secure anymore. So if you were to copy this, let's say, you could copy that, right? And go to a website. I've got a website here. IFM Cisco password cracker, and paste in the password, right? I mean, in the encrypted password, and click crack password, you can see that it reveals the Cisco text, the password, quite easily. So this type of encryption is now pretty easy to crack. So you want to go beyond just this type of encryption. Now, quick thing that you can do is to change the type 7 password on the privileged user mode, which is the enable password, to an MD5 encryption, which is a lot stronger form of encryption than the type 7. So let's do that. That's a pretty easy one to do. Just in privileged user mode, type conf tab T, configure T to get to global config mode, and then type let's say enable secret, and then you can type your password. And now I'll put in Cisco 1234 for a longer password, Cisco 1234, hit enter, and now I'll do a Control-C, show run, which is short for show running config, and you can see that I now have an enabled secret password of MD5 type, and you can take a look at this encrypted password and see that it's longer. It includes special characters, lowercase and uppercase letters. It just looks more. It looks stronger. We're also going to need to get rid of this one. So to get rid of this password, we'll just say conf T, which is short for configure terminal, and say no enable password Cisco. If we do that, we don't need the password at the end. No enable password. How about that? Great. Control-C, show run, and you can see now all you have is your enable secret password. So now we have a little bit of encryption on our passwords to our management interfaces on our router.